doesn't exist anymore because Israel has turned it to rubble. We have to know that the initial major crime was 1948, and it is ongoing, and it is getting worse, because that was the clearance of all the towns and villages at the time. 20% of the area was maintained by Palestinians. They stuck it out, but no matter how hard it is, they are still being forced out. Many went to Gaza, where it's now 2/3 the population refugees, United Nations registered refugees. A population of mostly children, one of the most crowded places on the planet. That was Gaza. Right now in Gaza, you get a few hours of electricity a day because Israel turns the electricity off. You've got F-16s and drones in the sky. You've got guns and tanks shooting at the school children and the farmers by the land border. And if a child looks out to sea, you have gunships chasing after the fishermen, regularly destroying the fishing industry. That is your life if you're a child in Gaza. That is what you see. When a child looks out to sea, you would hope for dreams and ideas and thoughts, and yet this is just war and oppression. And what is the BBC doing? What is the media doing while we just have yet more carnage, as the world has had to see this, the funeral of Shireen, who was the journalist for Al Jazeera, who was clearly marked press, and then not only was she shot and killed, clearly by an Israeli soldier, but during her funeral she is also, her casket is being attacked as people try and hold the casket for a funeral, and they are marching and they are standing with the casket. No matter how much the soldiers are whacking these guys, they are still standing strong. And the world not only saw the brutality of Israel, many for the first time it looks like, we know this, we've seen this again and again, but now the whole world is looking. When 12 million people saw that, at the very least, that's one tweet. Imagine people finally learning not only about the brutality of the Israeli army, but also about the resistance of the Palestinian guys who kept holding that casket no matter what was happening to them. And that is the one thing I brought back from Gaza, is that actually when I was there, I was wanting to take my chest out even further and realise that we have so much more in the tank, because when they marched towards the bullets. That was the Great Return March, when 250 Palestinians were killed over a couple of years of marching, and they